Hello, Capricorn, and happy Valentine's Day. Now, this reading is for if you have Capricorn placements in your chart, or if you're connecting with someone who's a Capricorn, or if you just generally, one of you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, particularly if you have Venus in Capricorn. So, it's a love reading. So, this is for somebody that you're actually interested in, where there's a bit of a connection going on already. If you're thinking about an ex, then this isn't your reading, unless you want to get back together with them, and then maybe it is. I don't know. Um, I'm going to talk about feminine and masculine. So just be aware that the gender can be changed in tarot. So if you're in a same-sex relationship or you represent as gender neutral, just know that the energies can be flipped around. So it's more about the character and what that person's doing than the gender. I'm just using gender, masculine and feminine, as a way to sort of describe who's who, or differentiate between the two energies I'm seeing here. Excuse me a minute. I thought my son knocked on my door, but then he went downstairs, so I don't know what that was about. I just got a really strong ringing in my left ear, though, so I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. Maybe someone's got a bit of tinnitus. So you've got two songs for your reading because I didn't press pause in time. So you've got two. So the first one is Glad You Exist by Dunne and Shay. Now, I don't know this song. It's from a Spotify made playlist, just a Valentine's Day playlist on Spotify. So here's to all the late night drunk phone calls that you picked up, and here's to all the bad decisions that you didn't judge, all the I love yous and the hate yous and the secrets that you told me. Here's to everyone but mostly us. There's a couple of billion people in the world and a million other places we could be, but you're here with me. Take a moment just to take it in, because every high and every low led to this. I'm just so glad you exist. Hello, hey, look what a hello from a stranger turned into. Caught up in a moment, and it's just us in this room. All the right words at the right time, and you know them because you know me better than anyone else. We don't need anyone else. So, don't go changing. The second song was She's Only a Woman by Billy Joel. So I'm just going to quickly Google this. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to tell you what I'm getting, and then we'll have a look at the lyrics, because there's something going on here, Cappy, and I don't know which person you are. Again, it depends on, I guess, on who's coming to the reading. This is giving me quite strong Capricorn energy, though. What I'm picking up on is the feminine energy is kind of turning away here. You can see there's quite a few cards over this way where she's actually got her back to the masculine side. The Six of Swords talks about moving on, mentally moving on to calmer waters. Two of Wands, the need to make a decision, but she's looking this way. The Five of Cups, she's got her back to this person. She's looking away. The reading actually ends with the Death card. So it looks like the female energy is moving away from the situation. Maybe possibly wants to end things, to close things out, but I clarified the Death card because I was like, why does the Death card keep popping up? What's going on here? And it was clarified by the Seven of Wands. So it's either defensiveness about an ending, or it's kind of like keeping a space open. So it's like, for some reason, the feminine energy is thinking that this relationship's closing out. She's thinking that it's approaching this end, but it's like she's still holding a space open. She's still saving space for the masculine. It's like, with this card as well, this Judgment card here, it's like, are you coming with me? Are you coming on this journey with me? Can you see how she's kind of looking back for him? Kind of always makes me think of Lord of the Rings, this card, when the elves are leaving. Judgment. This is a card about literally death and rebirth. It's almost like, will you be waiting on the other side? Now, if this doesn't always necessarily mean death. You've got Scorpionic energy here, by the way, also Libran energy with this card, but it could be, I'm walking into a new life. Are you coming with me? I've been getting this for a few signs, this feeling of like, I'm going on a journey. I'm going somewhere else here. Are you coming with me? I think Pisces had a very similar message in their reading, where it's like the bag was packed, this person's waiting, but this person never came back. But it's like the masculine energy, while the feminine energy is kind of turning away, looking here with the Two of Wands, looking directly at the Nine of Cups. It's like, well, I need to figure out how to make myself happy in this situation, because he's not coming, but he is coming. He's right behind her. You've got the Knight of Cups here, right behind the feminine energy looking this way, and the Knight of Pentacles here, right behind this feminine energy of the Five of Cups, where she's like, I give up, I'm going to have to call it quits here. I'm going to have to start looking at other options. But he's right behind her there. It's like every step of the way, he's right behind her. So here he is coming towards her, hat in hand, Knight of Cups, wanting to make this emotional offer to her, wanting to speak to her with a lot of love. She's got her back turned. Here he is with this Knight of Pentacles energy, taking slow and steady steps forward. It's kind of very, very Capricorn energy, also Virgo energy for me, where it's like Aesop's fable, where it's like the tortoise that won the race. It's people can sometimes underestimate Capricorns if they're of the more reserved type, because it's kind of like you can't even see them moving, but all the time they've kind of got that chessboard under the table and they're moving the pieces around. It's just they don't necessarily shout about it like everybody else does. So it's a lot of the time the Capricorn will win, and everybody will say, well, how did that happen? And it's because they were constantly taking these slow, steady steps forward. In fact, you have building here, which again is very Capricorn energy. Building atoms, which is actually between, it's the energy that's between the feminine and masculine here. So something's being built here, but it could be that the feminine energy isn't seeing this about the masculine energy. It's like on the surface, like on the surface of this water, it looks like nothing's happening, but it could be that there's a lot going on underneath. She's just not seeing it because of that kind of Capricorn tendency to do things kind of behind the scenes sometimes. So she is holding out this hope though here. She is kind of saving space. She wants him to come through. I feel like what's also caused this energy of the feminine turning away or feeling like there's an end coming is, I'm kind of starting this reading and going backwards. It's really strange. You've got the King and Queen of Swords here. Now, these are two equals. These are counterparts in the tarot, and they're from the same deck as well. So this is a true match here. You may have similar opinions on things. You may take action in a similar way. You may communicate very well with this person on a normal day-to-day basis, or there's the ability to. It's like intellectual equals, strategic equals. But the feminine energy is looking at the masculine energy, wanting to talk. She's got her sword raised. She's like, are we going to take action? Are we going to do this? Are you going to talk to me? I'm open to communication. But the King of Swords, the masculine energy, has his sword down. He's not communicating. He's not taking action. He's being much more guarded. This is the normal energy for the King and Queen. The Queen is open. The King is guarded, because he's learned to be, right. He's made mistakes. He's learned when to speak his truth. So he's got his sword down and he's kind of almost like not looking at her. He's like not even paying attention to her, looking disinterested, but he's not disinterested. He's literally following her every step of the way. So he's looking here at this Five of Wands. So I feel like the reason he's not communicating is because he fears conflict. This is competition, conflict, it can indicate sometimes actual physical violence. So he's looking over here thinking, I don't feel like it's the right time to communicate because there's some kind of competition or arguments or kind of drama going on over here. So she's saying, why aren't you talking to me? Turns her back, walks away, and he's following. She's trying to make herself happy here, this feminine energy. She's trying to keep herself in high vibration, trying to save space for him, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We have this deer as well in the middle. The deer talks to me about an empress in the making. So this could very well be your energy, Capricorn. Helen of Troy, beauty, privileged lady, the deer turning into the empress. A very, very feminine Capricorn energy. This is like someone who holds herself in high value, someone who knows her worth, someone who is completely capable. It's like she'll be able to run the house and home and do it with plate spinning. She knows her worth. She could be coming from a privileged background, or at least see herself in a privileged position. It's like, I know where I want to be. I know my worth. I'm not messing around here. I'm off. I'm over here. I'm going to make myself happy. And if you don't pick up the pace here, I can't keep this It's like, I can't keep this portal open for you forever. Are you coming or not? Is the energy that I'm getting. The feminine could be very attractive. She's here with Helen of Troy, which is, she was the most beautiful human on earth. The story of Helen of Troy, a very interesting character. Everybody knows her from, obviously, the Iliad, and kind of everything that kind of went wrong there. But the beginning story, the beginning stages of this is that Helen actually chose, what was in Maecenas was his name, I think. She chose her husband. She was obviously very beautiful, so she had a lot of competition, right? She had a lot of admirers, a lot of people who wanted her. And it was like, you're going to have to marry somebody. So Odysseus came up with the bright idea of, right, let's stick her in the middle of a circle, blindfold her, spin her around, and whoever she walks towards and touches, that's who she marries. It's like, that's how we settle this argument. But she prayed to the goddess Aphrodite. She had her eyes on, I feel like it's Maecenas, I may have his name wrong, her husband anyway, who was a Greek king, and she was like, I want to choose my husband. I know who I like, I know who I'm attracted to, with this volcanoes here, right? Power as well. It's giving me Lana Del Rey, power, glory. But she knew who she wanted. She knew who she felt that attraction to. So she prayed to the goddess Aphrodite, who kind of made the veil over her eyes slip a little bit, so she was actually able to see just a little bit, enough to be able to pick out who she wanted from the crowd. So Helen chose her husband, but then Aphrodite, being a bit absent-minded, kind of forgot about all this. And there's another story where the story of the golden apple. So the three goddesses, I think it was Hera, Aphrodite, and who was the other one? Athena. We're all kind of fighting over this golden apple, and it was like, who's the fairest of them all with the gods. So they asked Paris from Troy, the Prince of Troy, to settle the argument, who's the fairest goddess. And all the goddesses tried to bribe Paris, and Hera said, I'll make you a great leader, I'll give you bigger, what did she say, I'll give you loads of wealth and money, this kind of thing. And Athena said, I will make you a great strategic leader. I will give you armies. I will give you strength. And Aphrodite said, I know the most beautiful girl in the world. She's my mate. If you choose me, you can have the most beautiful bride in all of Greece. So Paris picked Aphrodite and was given Helen of Troy as a gift by the goddess, who absentmindedly forgot that Helen had kind of chosen her own husband. So she was like taken to Troy. They had the Trojan War. It was a big thing. So I don't know if there's anything there, this kind of like being up on this pedestal. I am seeing this as your energy, Capricorn, but again, it doesn't have to be. It brings a lot of competition, brings a lot of conflict, kind of brings out that kind of like very masculine kind of fighting energy. So there could be something there for someone. Perhaps somebody's just trying to avoid the conflict. Perhaps Odysseus is playing the long game, saying, well, do you know what, I'm going to act like I'm not interested, but actually I am. It's like, again, the tortoise that won the race. It's like, I'm going to let you all fight it out and kind of tire yourselves out, and when you all go to sleep, I'm going to go and chat her up. It's like that kind of energy. So over here, we have got this masculine energy opening up his heart space there. Look, he's like literally unlocking the cage of his heart. So letting that love out. He's also manifesting something. So this is the Magician card. Again, that feeling of tricks up his sleeve. It's almost like Odysseus energy of like, it's like this energy over here. Again, it's very Capricorn behavior to kind of like play the long game, to have tricks up the sleeve, to have a bit of a game plan here, acting like they're not interested, and then at the end of the day they kind of swoop in and win. So it's like, right as that portal's going to close, right as the opportunity's about to pass them by, they swoop in and just kind of seize that opportunity, like, haha, I bet you didn't see that coming. So let's have a quick look. This reading is going to be slightly longer, I think, than some of the others, but I did want to kind of read these songs out to you. So what I'm getting with that, she's always a woman. Why have I wrote she's only a woman? Anything that I do, she's only a woman, I've wrote, and she's always a woman. Now, anything that happens is for a reason. Anything that happens like that it's significant. So I feel like, again, it's like all this, almost like pretending not to pay attention. It's like she's only a woman, you know, there's plenty of fish in the sea kind of thing. But actually, he's aware that she's Helen of Troy. She's the most privileged of all the ladies in a way, or he sees her in this way. So even though it's kind of like, it's almost like this trick of like, no, I'm not interested, but actually he's behind her every step of the way. She can kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes, she can ruin your faith with her casual lies, and she only reveals what she wants you to see. She hides like a child, but she's always a woman to me. She can lead you to love, she can take you or leave you. She can ask for the truth, but she'll never believe you. And she'll take what you give her as long as it's free. Yet she steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. She can wait if she wants. Like, she's ahead of her time. Oh, and she gives. And she never gives out and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She'll promise you more than the Garden of Eden, then she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. But she brings out the best and the worst you can be. Blame it on yourself, because she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. She never gives out and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She's frequently kind and she's suddenly cruel, but she can do as she pleases. She's nobody's fool. Here's that Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords energy. She can do as she pleases. She's nobody's fool. Exactly. This feminine energy knows her worth, and she can't be convicted. She's earned her degree, and the most she'll do now is throw shadows at you, but she's always a woman to me. So what is this always a woman to me? What's going on here? It's like, yeah, I feel like it's like the masculine is seeing the value here. It's like, this is not, she's not only a woman, this is like empress over here. It's like, she's gonna mess me around, but I kind of like it. It's almost coming through as. So, but I want to read this again. I've gone kind of backwards. So power and building is between you. Is the power building? You've got this Jizu, I think is how you pronounce it, Jizu, support. Now I do want to kind of quickly read from the book with this one, because I didn't know anything about this god, and I've read a little bit of the book and I found it quite interesting. So it's like this offer of support. Maybe that's what this is, like the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's an offer of support. I don't know if she needs anyone's support, quite frankly, but it's interesting that this death card is here as well. So this death energy is really puzzling me at the moment. It keeps popping up on a number of different readings, but I'll read this to you. So Jizu, support, an invitation to offer care and support not only to others but to your own self, a call to balance, caring and caretaking. So a call to balance, caring and caretaking. So if you are the Capricorn masculine, have you been giving too much to somebody? Have you had someone on a pedestal, you've been giving too much to them and chasing them, possibly? Make sure you're not only looking after everybody else. Again, very Capricorn energy. You don't have to look after everybody else all the time. You can sometimes look after yourself. So walk the streets near many temples in Japan, and you will soon, I was reading that like it was a poem, I don't know why, and you will soon come across a statue of Jizu. Jizu is a Japanese Buddhist god, more accurately a bodhisattva. Sorry, anyone who's Buddhist, that I've just mangled that word. Bodhisattva, a being who helps relieve suffering and who chooses not to ascend to heaven until all beings have attained enlightenment. A gentle, I guess that's strange. I'm not going to go to heaven until everybody's achieved enlightenment. A kindly and gentle figure, he serves as a protector and guide to the soul through the he serves as a protector and guide to the souls through the 6 realms of existence, and also watches over travelers in this realm. He guides souls through the 6 realms by leading them with kindness and by holding out the glowing Dharma jewel, the calming light that banishes all fear, as a torch to light the way. He is particularly loving and supportive to children, young people, animals, and mothers. Jizu is also the embodiment of support to those who suffer. A gentle soul, Jizu reminds us to have compassion for all, especially ourselves. Should he walk into your life gently shaking his staff, it is a reminder, shaking his staff, ayo! It is a reminder to support yourself in the best way possible. This may mean more consistent attention to your self-care, like getting more sleep and eating better food, or that comes out for you all the time, Capricorn. Eat better food, eat healthy food, eat leafy green vegetables, or simply loving yourself more and being less judgmental of yourself in all your uniqueness. He asks that we also offer care and support to others, especially those who are really suffering, in particular from bullying, sickness, or loss. So it may be that the masculine energy has been chasing this feminine energy, trying to invest in this feminine who's always kind of like a step ahead, when actually he should be caring for himself or people who need it. What is the point in trying to offer assistance to a privileged lady when you could offer it to somebody who needs it more? So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. I hope it's clear to you. It's a little bit out there for me. I'm not quite sure. It could be that there's different things going on for different people who are coming to the reading, but there's definitely this thing about holding a portal open. It's like the feminine's one step ahead, moving into a new situation, but the masculine energy is like staying behind because there's other people who need nurturing. But he's following. I don't know. It's strange. It's a bit of an out there one, this reading. My left ear is ringing again. This is the second time it's happened. It's only happened in your reading. Balance spirituality and practicality. Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of spiritual stuff going on. Balance spirituality and practicality. Your commitment is being tested. All right, honey. I hope, just calling you honey now. What is it with Capricorns? I get really pally with Capricorns. If you're new to my readings, every time I do a Capricorn reading, it's like coffee shop with Capricorn. It's like having a chat over coffee. So yeah, honey. Yeah, just, I'm not sure what that is. Best of luck with that one. Do look after yourselves. If you're the feminine energy, I can absolutely see you doing that. If you're the masculine energy, you need to do that. And best of luck with that reading. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.